Hi guys, welcome back to Ricola, aka Crystal's Crochet and Stuff. I am Crystal. So I'm gonna show you a couple of my makes. I don't have a whole lot. Feels like I think I've started 80 million projects. I just haven't finished too many. So I have showed you guys what I made earlier in the month, yesterday, in yesterday's video, which was the Beach Treasures set by Priscilla of Distinctive Crochet. I showed you that yesterday, so if you want to see it, go check out my video from yesterday. And what else did I finish? I think that's it. I didn't get my top done yet. It's almost there. I am in the home stretch, so hopefully the next time I film I'll be able to show you guys my top. What I did do was I used some of the, I don't have the ball band or the yarn left, so I used some of the creme cotton by Loops and Threads, and it's sold at Michael's, and I made a little preemie hat out of that. So it's out of that creme cotton, so it's really super soft. So I made a little preemie hat, and I made another little baby hat. I'm hoping to make a whole bunch more and then donate them to the hospital. So my goal is just to make them whenever I don't know what I want to make, and then just put them all in a bag and then donate them. So I made that. There's no pattern. This one is just, I chained, I believe 17, and then I did half double crochets until it was, you know, wide enough, and then I seamed it up, and then I sewed up the top part, and then I just folded it to make it into a hat, so it can fit quite a large baby head. It stretches quite a bit. So that's it. It's just half double crochet back and forth in rows in the back loops only to make the ribbing, and then you just seam it up, and that's it. The other one is just a basic half double crochet increased hat. There was no rhyme or reason to it. It was just I think I started with 8 and then 16, 24, and I went up to I think 40 maybe, or something like that, 42 maybe, and then just went until I thought it was long enough. Nothing fancy. The next thing I made was, do you guys know Terry from the Yarn Joy podcast? She did this as a tutorial, and it is the, what is it, preemie snuggly octopus. So it's just crocheted on eyes and mouth. There's no safety eyes in this, so it's good for a preemie. And this is a yarn inspiration pattern, but she got permission to do the tutorial. So I will link Terry's channel down below and the link to that video. This I used last year's Karen Cotton cakes. I don't have the colorway, but it was just like the rainbow one that they had. So you can see they're all different colors, and even the actual thing's green and blue. So, and this is actually a cool pattern because when you make the tentacles, they're made directly onto it, so there's no sewing. It is a little hard to do because of the way you have to crochet the double crochets into a chain when it's attached to the thing, but I mean, it saved me from having to sew them all on. So anyway, this is one of the ones I made. And then I made, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys. I made the, what is that called? That shawl thing with the pockets. So I made it, and I made it because of Lisa from Lisa's Crochet. So she told us about her mistake that she did. So what I did was I chained, I don't know even how many chains. And then I did the 6 rows or 7 rows of half double crochet in the back loops only. And then I switched to doing the crisscross stitch, and the pockets are just half double crochet pockets. And then I added fringe, and I would show you guys this on me, but it is 1, stupid hot here, 2, it's not made for my height. It's a bit too long for me. It actually is. I can put it around me, but I can't put my hands in the pockets because it's just too big on me. And the yarn I used for that, I don't even know what it is because it's from one of those mystery bags. So I have no clue what it is. It's just, it kind of feels like a Burnett handicrafter, not handicrafter, a Burnett Super Value, you know, the stuff you get at Walmart. It kind of feels like that, but it's like a jumbo ball. I don't know what else it could be. It was just a random, there's no, it's 1 pound of yarn that you get from Yarn Inspirations. So it's just mystery yarn. I have no idea what it is. And then the last thing that I have to show you guys, which I just finished making, is a sloth planter holder thing. So I don't have a plant that fits in it. So what I'm going to tell you guys about this pattern is the pattern was okay. Let me explain. See the head? This is actually the planter, the base. That would be this part in the pattern. So when I made it, and I made the head, and so the head was 1/4 of the size, right? So when I made it, I was like, what kind of plant is going to fit in this that somebody's going to want to hang up, right? So basically, I just made like a little mini basket, and then I already had this made because this was the bottom of it initially. So I just kept it, and then I used it as the head and then the face. The other one is like this big, so I had to just make like a oval-y type thing. And the eyes, I just made a chain 5, and I did single crochets around, you know, kind of like when you do a bag. And then I just embroidered on, you can't even see it. There's little black dots there, and then the nose and the little mouth. And then these even, it's just a chain, but I chained 12, I think it was, because I made everything bigger. So everything's bigger scale. It might be the same pattern, but it's everything done on a bigger scale. And then I sewed it together. And I don't have a nice like branch or anything, or even a plant to fit in here to show you guys how it's supposed to hold it. But anyway, so I made that today. So there we go. So you can see what it looks like. It's pretty cool. It wasn't hard to do. It's just that it was initially following the pattern was this size. So I thought that was kind of stupid. So I just made my own. I just I used the pattern-ish and then just made my own sizing. So if you plan on buying a pattern, it's on Ravelry. I don't even, if I can remember, I'll link it down below. But if not, it's on Ravelry. You can type in sloth planter and it'll come up. And it literally made a small, teeny tiny little, like that would be where you'd sit your plant in. That size. Kind of silly. But anyway, so there you go. So I've made it. I finished that. That's all I've got done. I haven't got a lot to show you guys because like I said, I have started 100 things. I just haven't finished 100 things. So, and then this is something I'm kind of frustrated because I've been wanting to start it and I haven't started it. I got this book, 3D Granny Squares, and there's 100 squares in here. My goal is to make every single square and then put them all into one blanket. I'm not sure that's going to work that great, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I was trying to go through it and I'm like, man, I don't know. I wish I had like a thing of all kind of little balls of yarn, little scraps, but I don't. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to start off with the first one and keep going. So my goal is to hopefully accomplish getting 1 or 2 squares done a week. Hopefully more than that, but we'll see. I don't want to put too much pressure on it. I just want to have fun with it. I thought it was a cool book, so I'm like, I can't wait to start making some of the squares. So that's all I have. Hopefully in another few days I will have the tank top finished, ready to go, so I can show you guys the tank top. The pattern is by Priscilla. I talked about it in the last video I did. If you're interested, I am still doing a pattern test, which I'm not going to meet the deadline because it's just not happening. So I haven't finished everything I was supposed to do. I've been working on it, but I'm still working on it. That's all I have. So have a great day, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be working, so I won't be on much. And I will see you guys again, hopefully sometime next week. All right, take care and stay cool.